The rematch, Irelia King up against Faker in the mid lane. Today, boys, gonna take it from both perspectives. I've seen a couple of the highlight clips, and let's just say Faker, I've never seen him get as tilted as this poor guy in the game, guys. I'm not gonna ruin it, but let's just jump in, have a look. I'll be chopping and changing between the two perspectives. And you can already see this Irelia just hard pressing Faker. Look at that auto attack range. Irelia King is the best at early game Irelia solo kills. He will always press you level 1, level 2, and look for those all-ins. You can see Faker already struggling in the lane. You see how he gets the autos, and make sure to get that, because the Irelia auto attack range is bullshit. We all know this. He makes sure to get the auto attack, and then he can weave back. He leaves the minions up. Faker knows level 2 is coming in. The wave will crash. And as a Sylas, guys, there's not much you can really do about this. Sylas is not the strongest early game champion. Faker tries to get a little bit of a trade-off. Uses his W there. EW. Spots the Lee Sin. Now, if we can get an all-in under tower, absolutely worth. If we blow everything and get the all-in here, just remember, guys, if you go a 1-for-1, but your wave shoving under the tower, it's always a win because the tower will kill the minions. The Irelia King is hunting. He really wants it. Trying to stack up that passive. He's ready. QQ. E. It lands. He's going to go for it. Moves in. Lee Sin's here. Pops the ignite. Flash is in. Gets the 1v1. Can he get the 1v2? Not quite. And because Faker blows his flash, loses the CS under the tower, guys. This is how you play aggressive lanes. You have to play like this as the Irelia, guys. You have to press them and just try and get those 1v1s. And you can see IRELKIng, he gets a cull. That's how confident he is in the matchup.
아 이거 플래시 안 썼어도 되는 건데 좀 아깝다.
Double culls. Dude, there's 3 culls in this game already. Okay, Korea. Suddenly you guys want to scale. As soon as you're off my teams, you want to scale. And when you're in my game, then you just 15 FF. Brilliant. Nice, I like it. This wave will come slowly into Irelia King here. And he's been having some insane matchups lately. He's actually been doing some off-meta builds. He's creating this new little build. I'm not sure like if he builds it in this game, but I've been seeing in his history a couple of the games he does this tankier setup, which I'll probably do a video on. How are these E's? They're just... Dude, no shot. No shot we get another dive. I'm feeling it. We're going to have to try and land the E in 4 seconds. And when you play this many Irelia games, it's... As the E goes wide. Faker actually gets a decent trade back. It's like a smooth movement with the Qs. You just know peripherally like where you're going and to glide around. You're not stopping and thinking. Like I watched Tyler 1 Irelia Q play one day. And like it was the slowest Qs I've ever seen in my entire life. So he's going to have to try and back up for a second here. He wants to try and get a ward out. You can see bot side. There you go. Not opting to use the biscuit. Kind of, a lot of the time you can use the biscuit to bait out when you're low health in a 1v1. You'll see some really high elo players look for these plays. He W's the wave. So low health. I don't know if he gets level 6 off this. Weaving the autos. Are you down to the minion, he calced it. He knew he was 6 off that wave. Dude, I had no idea. There's no chance he coin flipped it either because he was strategically finishing those minions off 1 by 1. And Faker just get caught out looking like a fool. Because dude, he was down to like, what, 20% health for a second there.
Okay,
and as we're coming out of base, I just want to get a quick POV of the Faker 1v1. You think Faker takes him down low. He's sitting on the E. He dodges out on the Irelia E. And look at him move back into the wave. I just don't think he was really thinking, man. I think he knew he was kind of stuffed. He was even tanking all the minions. Alright, back to IRELKIng. Winner's POV. Now we have the recurve bow, of course. Maximum damage. You go Blade of the Ruin King rush, guys. On Irelia, pretty much always. And then it's very situational. He still has ultimate. And man, this just... I feel bad for Faker because it doesn't really matter how good of a player you are. If you're this far behind into the Irelia matchup, you're gonna die.
적을 처치했습니다.
아이오니아는 우리의 하나뿐인 고향이다.
적이 학살 중입니다.
I want to see what the move is, because Faker's playing so cautious, and he'll hit level 6 on this wave as well, he should. Potentially counteract with his own Irelia ults, although I don't think the ratios are too good. Such a slow shove, because you want a long lane. As Lee Sin comes in, we're going to try and get a 1v2. We hit the ultimate, we use the W to block all the damage. Huh? Did I just get... No shot. Was that Faker's ultimate that came out first? What? I was so confused. Okay, I need to see this from Faker's point of view. So I think I was too busy watching the front, like the Lee Sin come in. But it is Faker, he ults first. They blow absolutely everything, then Irelia King comes out with the ultimate for himself. The Karthus ult comes through, Faker's panicking, doesn't get the auto.
분파를 못 맞추면 어떻게 진짜 미쳐버리겠네.
Oh man. So I just don't know how you're gonna salvage this for poor Faker. We've almost got our Blade of the Wrong King with 10 CS per minute. Faker might actually get a base stop. Faker has like infrared vision. Like, do you see there's no vision, but he has infrared. He can look in, he senses exactly where you're basing and he always stops. I've played Faker maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 times. I've played him quite a lot. I'm not gonna say how it went, like, but I did beat him. And dude, he just has this sense about him. It's very annoying. But this game, not so much. As we're looking for another 1v1. We're sitting on almost 2,000 gold. I think it'd be a little bit irresponsible to take the 1v1 with a bounty like this. Let's get our Blade of the Wrong King. And on Irelia, when you hit Blade of the Wrong King, you're pretty much full build.
미드 끝났다 이거.
You peak probably for like 10 minutes
오랑에다가
after
이거
that,
신발까지
regardless of scoreline.
질 수가 없다 이제.
Good delivery, never go boots early, of course. You just rush this item and then you 1v1, 1v2, 1v3. 1v4? And man, I love watching this guy play. Those Qs, they're one tapping the backline mins with level 9. 5 points Q. This is just... I'm sorry, Mr. Faker. Now, do you think Faker's washed up, chat? Or do you just think these new up-and-coming mechanical mid laners are just a little bit overwhelming for him? Because it does seem like he's a little bit slower. A little bit on edge. In these recent seasons. Good zone by Leona. We still have to play the map.
샬러스 바텀인 것 같은데?
We have no idea where Silas is. Has to be, yep. Down bot lane. Oh. And Faker gonna try and take the 1v1. We did warn the Kai'Sa though, right? Faker should easily be able to finish this off. Oh no. Oh my god, he's tilted. He's so tilted. He's so tilted. And he's gonna die here, I think. Or we can Q through the wave. Can we get it? Yep. Oh god. That's another kill. Plus, we're gonna be able to eat up these plates in the side lane and dive anybody that comes, I feel. I reckon he can easily get the 1v2 play. I don't see why you wouldn't go for it.
리신 어딨지?
He wants to so badly. You have Karthus ult to work with. And he's just gonna be... Yeah, he's gonna be so cautious. And head back to base. Gonna miss out on the plate, but I think maybe overstaying with Lee and Leona, he could give a bounty, so he's not gonna risk it. Imagine the cockiness into Leona. Imagine the cockiness of playing frontline into a Leona and not going Mercs. He goes Lucidity Boots. He's not even running Tenacity. He has full damage. 106 at 10. Ay, ay, ay. I feel a little bit bad. The good news is, if you verse a champion like this, Vex is doing very well in the... Another 1v1. And we are just weaving in and out. I mean, that didn't even look fair. Vex is very good in the meta at the moment. So if you do come across one of these champions like the Irelia, like the Yasuo guys, pull out that Vex. Don't feel afraid. The champion got a huge buff. Depressed little girl. And you really want to start jumping into the side lane here. But there's literally no towers down. So it's just going to be... And he will do the noob. You can see, he's going to go Gore Drinker next, guys. Lay the Ruin King into Gore Drinker. Into Frozen Heart, into full tank. He only realistically needs that Belay the Ruin King, and the rest can be for sustained situational items. It really is a one-item champ. As FAKER aggressively running in. We have our eyes on Leona. I don't think we can quite get it. If we queue in... Oh! Just get the autos in. There you go. Yep. It's fine. That's the flash. FAKER died as well. We got that assist, I believe. And he kind of buffers the Qs. You can hear in his keyboard that he's kind of mashing it. But he's like buffering it beforehand. Does he get the auto? Ah, shit mechanics. That's always like a true test, I feel. Can you beat the Gangplank autos on the barrels? And it's such a Giga Chad move. When the Gangplank you're just ordering every barrel last second as he tries to hit it. And it's just so disrespectful to him. We have ult. Of course it lands. The W almost finishes the GP off, and he just goes in and looking to rinse them. Karthus easily finishes off the Leona. And gentlemen, we are 6-1, 130 CS. I don't think he could have played it better. I don't think he could have played this game better. Has he made any mistakes this game, chat? Little Karthi ult. Doesn't quite work out for him. And there must be no better feeling than playing Kayle and winning all winning lanes. Or winning mid-jung. You just farm it up. And you're like, lads, we're going late. Yep. Do you see this build, guys? He goes the Bladed Ruin King, Gore Drinker, Frozen Heart. Objective bounties coming on for the enemy team. I just don't see a comeback. All I'm looking for is a montage from IRELKING. Looking for the 1v2. No disrespect, Pyke. Definitely he's not a 1v2. Can we get the GP? Just weaving autos. Still has the Q. There you go, yeah. He can go straight back in, weave his way out. Yeah. If I'm enemy team, guys, I'm probably going to 15-minute FF this, yes? I don't see why I wouldn't. FAKER is 0-7 and running it. I mean, it happens. It happens. What was it? Was it 5 solo kills this game?
이 판은 팀이 좀 잘했다.
And yes, gentlemen, I am in EUS right now. I have begun my EUS climb. Is this server hard, toxic, difficult? All of the above. I've had at least 4 to 5 people sell all their items, and I'm only like 10 games in. It's a disgusting server. Absolutely, I'm absolutely hard stuck. I will blame everything except for my gameplay. Well, this is really balanced. Why don't we buff it? Why don't we buff Irelia? Great idea. And I do believe the enemy team, there you go, it was an FF, 15-minute FF from the boys. And I do believe they did have another matchup, so I might quickly jump into the rift. But what a game by IRELKING. Couldn't have asked for a better review. So this rematch only just happened today, a couple hours ago. Their 1v1, that other game was from I think a day or 2 ago. So this is the matchup, and it's exactly the same matchup. So I'm wondering, are the two players, like, is FAKER going to learn from, like, please, is he going to learn from his mistakes in the last matchup? Or is he once again just going to try and take risky 1v1s? For some reason, IRELKING has Ghost. I don't think that's good. But what do I know? Potentially misclick, potentially he's testing. that confident into the Sylas matchup. Doesn't even need the Ignite for the solo. And you can see how the wave's getting played a lot differently by FAKER. FAKER this game has the shove, whilst as opposed to Irelia King getting those Qs off in the last matchup and taking FAKER down to like 30%. So it's good to see FAKER playing a little bit more aggressive and control, like, I guess just a lot more smart aggression this game, as opposed to the dumb aggression or whatever the hell he was doing last matchup. And without the Ignite, I'm fairly sure the 1v1 will be very close. The Ignite shifts it definitely to Irelia's favor because the Grievous Wounds onto the Sylas means the W healing not going to be as potent. Whilst having the Ghost, like, sure, you can maneuver around and kite, but it really doesn't pack that much of a punch until you get into the mid game. That bone plating, man. It's annoying for FAKER to get through. You have to trade through bone plating, so you try and proc it, and then afterwards, you don't look for the all-in on that trade, but the trade afterwards is usually when you try and look for it. As we'll be level 4 off this wave. We've missed 2 minions, I believe. We do have the shove, so we can move into the river. However, the Trundle makes his way, gets the crab, moves out. And it looked like he wanted to recall, but FAKER has the wave in a pretty good spot, so he's going to stay and mate. Not quite as much action as the last matchup, but I like it. It actually gives FAKER a chance here to get some composure and play the matchup correctly. So the wave will come back in IRELKING here. And you can't really do anything about it, because I feel like FAKER is in control of the waves here. IRELKING really needs to stretch the lane out. Too close to the tower, if you know what I mean. These minions will out-trade you. There's like, one thing I see a lot of low elo players do is they trade into minions. And a lot of the time, I will just sit there, weave a couple of autos back, and the minions will win the trade for me. Stop losing trades to minions, guys. I see it happen in low elo so often. If you auto-attack them or move up, or use an ability that's point and click, you will get minion aggro, and in the early game, those things fucking hurt. FAKER, Lucidity boot by. He was 100% going to stop that and then pull this freeze. Now, this wave doesn't get here for too long. He might even stop again. This is what I'm talking about, the FAKER's basis. Now, optimally, he could drop aggro, come through into this bush. Oh, my god, he might stop another base. These are the mid lane mind games that I love that get me rot. And that's what I'm talking about. But by doing this, FAKER kind of puts himself at risk there, trying to get the pull. Problem is, IRELKING sitting on 1300 while FAKER has already bought. He's got his Lucidity boots, his Dark Seal. And they might even get another base stop. Forces out on the Ghost. In this matchup, I love a little bit more. It's just a bit more mid-laney than just brute force, which I know a lot of you guys like the aggression, the style that plays, but I like the brains, you know? Both on the rift and off. To me, that's the most important thing. Apart from looks and personality, they're obviously there, and they're a lot more important. But being smart, it's like top 10 in the things I look for in like a partner. Lucidity boot rush is well for IRELKING. What is up with this fetish? I guess the faster your cooldowns, the faster your summoners are back up. You can go for these 1v1s quick. Bit of a CS lead for IRELKING. I mean, it is common. Sylas CSing is a little bit awkward. You're bound to miss a couple. Level 6 has been achieved. It really is only it's only a 2 CS lead. It's actually kind of irrelevant. FAKER's up in experience as well. Oh, the E, that was beautiful. There's no room for him. If he ults under the tower, the Sylas can just get the W. And this Kalista putting on an absolute work. That's Teddy in the bot lane if you know him. Well, you see how you shove the waves, guys, and then you have downtime. A lot of low elo players will just sit around. Bro, in your downtime, farm a camp, roam top, roam bot. Farm this, farm this, farm this, farm this. If you cannot get the roams, Roams or something in enemy jungle, obviously that's optimal. But if you have downtime, don't be afraid if your jungler's pathing topside or somewhere else. Take these chickens. Go and grab the blue for yourself. Nice. Faker lands it into the ultimate. We may almost get a 1v1 here. That was a last second flash from IRELKING. He really did bait this well. And it actually, I think it's going to work out, by the way. If Blitzcrank can land this hook. Doesn't have flash. Doesn't have flash. Can't get anything done. Sweet. Consume. Inhale the mid lane wave with Qs. 10 CS per minute again. I'm going to head back. No Vamp Scepters. Pure damage. We do not need the sustain. We're Irelia. Kalista Blitzcrank, good luck. Let's just say good luck to the enemy team. And I can tell Faker's feeling a lot more confident now in this matchup. He's got the early game. He's only done a couple of CS. It's probably best case scenario. He knows the Irelia has no summoners now as well. Let the wave come in. We're 8 off this. Level 9 is a great power spike for both mids. Level 9 and 11 is what you're looking for. Trundle going to clean up the objectives though. Or Faker just hovering, he knows. This Ashe is really annoying as well. So we use the E on the wave. This may be a bit of an issue, yeah. We have no ult. Ult just came back up, but as soon as he uses the E on the wave, you should look for the all-in for Faker. The E on Irelia is so important, bro. Let's try and cook. Close. Hook. Nice. That might just be a free kill. Blitzcrank takes it. Diana, are you serious? She goes right in. Faker gonna be able to get the kill onto the Ashe. Are we able to get the Blitzcrank? And this is a bit of a team gap. We have nothing. Hook has to be flashed by Faker. Is IRELKING not done? He's just a psychopath. He just runs straight through. So he got gifted pretty much a free kill in this matchup. Faker uses the TP. Shove it in. Faker may just look for the 1v1. You see that Blitzcrank? There you go. Into the... Oh, I love it. Now, this is a little funny tip. Did you see the Blitzcrank passive Electrocute hitting onto the Silas? Sorry, onto the Irelia? If you have the Blitzcrank, if you steal Blitzcrank ult, you get that lightning bolt. So you want to hold it, realistically, as long as possible, and then use the ultimate at last second so you get as many lightning bolts as possible. Faker did exactly that. Gets the 1v1. This could be the comeback and the return. Gets a couple plates. Gets some Dark Steel stacks. I like it. The problem I dare say is the 5-1 Teddy Kalista. I'm a little scared. And they are hungry for a fight. Teddy taking out the top lane tower. I think they're all going to be able to get bases in. Gold right now is sitting... Faker is in the lead by 500 gold. Huge. Of course, going with the W max. Don't be afraid to put a couple of extra points into the Q on the Silas, guys. Into long-range matchups. Irelia, not one of them. But if you're into a Victor, into an Azir, and you always feel to yourself you can't play the matchups out. Oh, he went... Seraphine ult gets dodged out. Trundle. Oh, the pillar. Faker gets the ultimate. I think Dinah's just straight up dead. Nah gets the kill. And Faker even respected it and got a cloth armor, by the way. IRELKING getting... What's the word I'm looking for? Getting... I don't know. I don't speak English, barely. It's a little bit too late. My time zones. I apologize. But Everfrost completed. Yeah. Sorry. Close. But no cigar. We need one team fight. Faker needs to be able to get a... Oh, IRELKING caught. Blitzcrank, okay. FAKER needs to definitely steal, I think, Blitzcrank or Dynarol and get an insane team fight where he nukes the Callista. Best case scenario. IRELKING still hasn't finished Blade of the Ruined King. A little bit concerning at 12 minutes, but he will get it. The Gnar side lane is actually really good for him. The FAKER is going to take the other side. IRELKING up against the Gnar, and he's happy with this as well. Irelia does well into Gnar. Oh, we missed the E. If we hit that, you just wait for the mini and then all in. The guy's completely screwed. Yasuo, Irelia, they both do very well into this champion. Are we looking for the dive? Probably. He's able to land the E. You can get the 3Q combo. TF Blade always talking about it. Where you have like, it's like you land the E, and then as you're queuing, you ultimate, and then you have like, you Q, and then you like, you get Q, and you can hold them. It's kind of, I really don't understand, but I've seen them combo it, but my hands don't allow me to do it. Blade of the Ruined King has been completed. FAKER kind of just avoiding the Irelia matchup. Smart move. We'll speed back up into the top side. TP comes out. We do have the blast plan. Ash arrow goes wide, and we can just lead with the ultimate. Ult. He still stacks that E. And I think we take the Gnar. Trundle's able to get the Blitzcrank, but it's fine. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Plus, we're going to be able to get this tower. FAKER on the other side of the map. I mean, slight XP lead for FAKER. But once again, the team is just falling behind. Team fight after team fight in gold.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And I'm guessing he's going to do that same tanky build with the Gore Drinker into the Frozen Heart. Even though I think Frozen Heart wouldn't be that good this game. You'd be better off stacking, probably... I mean, I would get a little bit of magic resist, I won't lie. FAKER. W's onto the Sedge, Flash is out. They have so much mobility, I think it's doomed. Oh, the FAKER with the turnaround. This could be massive. Are they able to get... If they can get the Callista here, guys, I swear. Huge Seraphine ult comes in. FAKER moves in. He's able to get the kill. All eyes are on the Callista. Can they kill Teddy? IRELKING finally showed up. Seraphine finishes the Blitzcrank. Can they kill Teddy? Can they kill Teddy? Can they kill Teddy? Oh, IRELKING. He doesn't give a fuck. Flash from the Gnar. Well played. Huge bounty. And I know he wants to go for it, but he doesn't want to risk. He's got a huge bounty, and he's big enough to carry the game. You don't need to take huge risks like this, yeah? What a matchup today, guys. Love covering. These games are just the ones that get me really excited. Like some videos, it's like, yeah, it's a fun matchup. But like this one, it's just like, dude, this shit gets my blood rushing. Light up the Rift Herald. I wonder who takes it. I think I would give it to the Irelia because she wants to optimally get into a side lane soon and just run it. The Dyna grabs it. Bitch. And we'll head back up to the top lane as FAKER heads down into the bot lane. I'm not sure on the Ghost. I generally haven't really been noticing the Ghost. Maybe it's been a game changer, maybe it hasn't. Irelia is so mobile that I don't even really notice it. I missed that, but Gnar did get a pick onto the Diana. Hook. That doesn't land, but okay. And you'll see FAKER do this a lot of the times where he'll just split over in the side lane, guys. He's happy to let his team wave clear this, and then FAKER just shoves through. It's essentially a really good play if they're able to hold, but if they can get a pick, it's massive. Objective bounty as well, right? And I think FAKER for next team fight is going to be... Oh, Seraphine. You silly gal. What's the gold? The gold is dead even. Mid laners are dead even on gold. IRELKING making his way towards the Gore Drinker. And FAKER completes his Zonya's Hourglass. This next fight is going to be the be-all or end-all. I definitely think if he plays it perfect, it's a 6k gold deficit, but you have Seraphine, Ashe, That amount of CC, you can just nuke somebody off the map. If Faker can follow it up with the... Ideally, I would say Blitzcrank because the silence is broken. Sedge ult's okay, but it's like... Blitzcrank, you're never going to miss a Blitzcrank ult, but Sedge ult, it's like, okay. They could just flash or dash it. Take it down bot. Look at these two avoiding each other like the plague. IRELKING's like, do I stink? Do I smell? Ashe picked off, looking for the Gnar 1v1. Hey, guys, look at that. And the Ghost finally has been pressed. Just watch this auto damage. Like, it's just... He's got ult. He wants to Q. Yeah. Oh. He's inted. He's inted. IRELKING's inted. Fake TP's in. This is exactly what we needed. And we'll finish this VOD off with the IRELKING POV.
어!
Just as he ints, you can see the Faker TP's in. Now, I don't know about his like his APM is good, but it seems like he has very precise clicks, kind of like Pzang. Faker is just like, I don't know, man. He
에반데.
is, I don't know what to describe it. It just it's confusing. It makes me dizzy. Motion sickness. Huge engage by Faker on that though. That's exactly what I was talking about. He steals the Dino roll, hits 3, and they're able to get the Callista. If they lose this fight, and the FF vote comes through, you can see that top laner is really tilted. And it's, I mean, it's all IRELKING's fault for that int on the top side fight. He wants to try and salvage it. Might be a little risky. Yeah, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Hopefully they can try and set up that pick. Pick before Baron. You should be able to rush it down like a because Callista, Irelia with Blade, like you will do this Baron so fast, enemy team cannot outsmite.
사라졌다.
But yeah, they're eating up these objectives, man. It's gonna make the game hard as hell, especially if Fake can get another kill too. Map cover always makes it feel a bit awkward.
그냥 바로 치자 이거.
And just as I said, they're gonna set up. You got Blitzcrank, you got everything. They're just gonna rush it. They're gonna rush it and pray the enemy team contest, and they do. R-Flash from IRELKING. Seraphine ult is huge, but I don't really think it's gonna do anything. And if they can get any CC, they cannot. They'll turn straight back onto the Nash, surely. Get the cannon, get the cannon. Don't. Faker. We move in. E does land. He wants to try and kill the Silas first, just weaving the orders. Gets the kill, gets the ace. And that will mean Nash for blue side there. I mean, enemy team tried as hard as they could, but that was a little bit too much to bite off. And they'll set up this Nash now. You can see he just insta-mutes the people. Any interaction, just perma-mute. Shouldn't be any steals. We'll be able to head back into the base, pick up the Gore Drinker, and start making our way. Ooh, the Dino didn't get the Nash. She's tilted. I think they didn't want to risk it. But the Dino was 1 second off. There you go. Blade Rune King done. Into Gore Drinker, into Frozen Heart. How gross. I still want to see the 1v1 between Faker and IRELKING. I don't think Faker can win. Unless he's able to dodge every single skill shot. And even then, the Irelia has way more sustain. Than, which is weird to say into a Silas who just has like a spammable W that heals them half. But it's not going to work. And I love the Gore Drinker because you can get those minions. You can kind of surprise your opponent by getting those minions very low for the Qs. Just shred through the waves. 10 CS per minute as always. Interesting, has a yellow trinket. Yep. Set up the siege. They could easily dive this. They don't need to, but I think they can easily do it if they execute correctly. Blitzcrank hook. Just that this Ashe is like what 0-10. 1 in 9. You can't play Ashe support into a Blitzcrank, it's GG'd. And I want to see the minimap, but I can't see where Faker is. I think Na's split pushing topside maybe. So they've eaten bot lane inhib. I think mid lane inhib's down. Frozen Heart. Oh. Dude, Frozen Heart is... The Frozen Heart is so cheap. These 3 items. I want to see if... I'd love for him to show me how much armor he has. Like, the only 80 damage coming out is Na and Trundle, so like I think it's kind of trash, but maybe it's more for the cooldown reduction, the feel of it. And from here, we just eat everything. Eddie's at 4 items, we're at 3. Blocking over 10 CS per minute. We're basing again for stopwatch.
나 그냥 계속 가야겠다 이거. 집 가면 안 되겠다.
I was wondering, like, it feels kind of like they're wasting the Nash if they don't look for a siege. They should be able to open up the whole base. Like, the stopwatch buy is perfect, but he doesn't have TP to rejoin. Had a tower dropped. No flash for 50. Edge pulls the ultimate. Blitzcrank Colt goes wide. Enemy team has a little window here for an engage. Oh, they didn't get... Why did I think they had the mid lane inhib? I'm trolling, I'm sorry. Couldn't see the minimap. As you see Faker try and do something. IRELKING just frontlining. Remember how tanky he is with his items. Huge Gnar ult, I love it. And we're just sitting on the back line. Are we able to sustain it? We are. And I mean, look, this game... You can see him take a deep breath. They're going to be able to end the game, guys. I'm not sure what you guys... Like, this game, yes, they didn't have any 1v1s like last game, really. But I think Faker actually got one 1v1 on him, right? But boys, what a day. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully my new setup, the sound's not too scuffed. I'm still working things out, but I appreciate you all. I'll see you on my next video. Peace.